Clicking on this video is going to be one of the best decisions you make in 2026 because I'm going to give you the exact way, the exact mindset that you need to have whilst going into working, whilst going into utilizing motivation to get more results, because you've clicked on this video because you probably don't see the results that you'd like to see. You don't put in enough work, and more importantly, right, you don't feel motivated to actually work. You don't feel motivated to be sitting and working and grinding for your routines, and it just feels so monotonic. And you want to feel that fire, you want to feel that amazing sense of motivation, that fire that you get inside of you whenever you're doing something that you truly enjoy. For example, when I started, let's say, working out or got into online business, all these beginning stages, right, whenever you get into something for the first time, you are super motivated, you're excited, you're fired up, you're just excited for the future, about what results you may achieve, you're excited to learn, and everything feels so clean. I don't know how to even say it. It feels like you're in a flow and you just enjoy it, right? You don't even count the days, you don't even have to get yourself out of bed. You're simply jumping out of bed, you're simply getting right into it. So how can we actually get more of this into our lives? How can we actually make it feel like it is so every single day? And of course, life is like a roller coaster. There will be ups and downs, there will be days where you don't feel as good, there will be days when you feel very good. But how can we actually control more of this? How can we actually get more motivation into our lives and feel motivated to do the things that we find hard to do, right? Because a lot of people, right, especially in the online space, the big names, like the big names on discipline, the people that you're looking up to, they're saying that motivation is temporary, that you shouldn't rely on motivation, and if you want to see the results in the long term, you should just rely on discipline and you should do the work regardless of how you feel, blah 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 blah. And yes, these things are true. Of course they are. But does that mean that they have to be that way? Does that mean that you have to just be waking up feeling miserable, pushing through your routine, going at the end of the day, sleeping into your bed absolutely exhausted, but more importantly, feeling devastated and not looking forward to the next day that's to come at all? Do you want this? Or do you want to be feeling like you're absolutely getting after it, you're absolutely crushing it, you're in the flow? And yes, you do have to try hard to manage to complete all the things that you have during the day, but at the end of the day, when you go to bed, right, you still feel exhausted, but you feel proud of yourself, you feel relieved, and you go into the bed and you're thinking, oh, I achieved so much. uh, I can't wait to sleep today. It's such a good feeling when you can actually go to bed and you're feeling like, ah, I deserve this rest. I really want to sleep. That's one of the best feelings in the world you get. And then the next day you wake up, you're absolutely fired up and you're ready to go on into your next task. So how can we actually get more of this into our lives? So I'm going to give you a couple of ways, right? And both of them are very, very important, but you just work a bit differently. But you can utilize both of them. So first of all, the first of one, the first one is the law of attraction, right? You need to, I don't know if you're familiar with law of attraction, but basically, what you put out, you'll receive back. Your thoughts, basically, uh, the ones that you put out into the world, will get you the desired outcomes. So what I really notice works well for me is whenever I'm excited about something, let's say before I go to sleep, and I'm thinking about it, and it's the first thing that I'll have to do in the morning. I have no difficulties waking up. I wake up before my alarm, I jump out of bed, and I'm instantly getting after it. And you probably felt this too. If there's a birthday, if there's some trip that you're going, for example, a school trip or something, and then you're super excited, you just wake up without any alarm, and then you're up, you're excited, you have all of your things packed. So how can we get more of this, right? If you want to get more of this, right, every day before you go to sleep, I want you to get excited about the next day. I want you to get excited and like start hyping yourself up, start motivating yourself. Literally just like start saying tomorrow is going to be an absolutely amazing day. I'm going to do X, I'm going to do Y, I'm going to do Z. That's going to get me this. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. I'm looking forward to the next day. It's gonna be so good, so good. Literally just be the one who motivates you. And at first it sounds a bit weird and even unnatural, but if you can like actually be delusional and make yourself like excited, I mean, just dream, just fantasize of all the good things that may happen to you the next day. And spoiler alert, the more you can dream all of these crazy things that are gonna happen to you in the coming days, the harder the chance that they'll actually occur. So don't forget this. You'll get better at this over time. But if you want to, I don't know, for example, say meet someone new who also has similar interests, or get some random opportunity, some random job opportunity, or have, I don't know, something random, something that you would really like to occur throughout the day, simply dream about it, and then just dream of all the possibilities, that all the good things that may happen the next day. If you can get yourself super hyped up about it, super excited about it, super motivated about it, the next day that you'll wake up in the morning, you'll instantly feel those same emotions because you went to sleep with those emotions. You will, even whilst you're sleeping and you'll be dreaming, you'll even be dreaming. Your dreams will be better. They will be, I don't know, more positive, more reflecting of the mood that you're in. And then when you will wake up, you'll be in that same mood and you'll be able to get into work. So this is a very, very good way. And of course, I'm not gonna give it to you as the only way, because some days it's just like you're feeling super exhausted and it's just, I don't know, you forget to do this, or you just like, okay, you're thinking about something bad that happened and you just can't seem to get it out of your mind, and then no matter how hard you try it, it just still won't work. I'm gonna give you another way. Another way is simply finding something that gets you motivated about the work that you're doing. And what do I mean by that? It sounds super vague. What I mean by that is simply find some ritual, some routine, some habit that just gives you motivation, that you can literally extract motivation from. For example, for some people, it may be music. I don't really listen to music myself. It's pretty weird. Actually, I've just stopped listening to music because at one point I just didn't feel like I even needed it anymore, just because of all the things that I was doing, in terms of self improvement, in terms of the dopamine that I was getting from actually going out into the real world. I just felt like, okay, I don't really need the music, I don't really even need the noises. But if you can find something like music, something like some morning ritual, some morning habit, going for a walk, for a run, for a journal, yeah, as I said, listening to some music that makes you think about something or has some rhythm to it and gets you pumped up and excited about something, then it's really, really good. You need to find something like this, and then you would make it as a ritual. For example, right? If you're gonna have a deep working session, deep studying session, whatever, reading session. I mean, no, not reading. Reading, you want to calm down. You don't want to motivate yourself for reading. Like, don't do that. But if you have something that is like gonna be hard, exhausting, I want you to simply have a ritual that you always do, the exact same ritual, right? So your mind can start kind of making this correlation with the work, and it can associate that good, let's say, good thing that bumps you up, that gets you in the groove, that motivates you, with the work, right? It's going to be super helpful. So I want you to get something like this, and then simply do it every single time before you're gonna do that habit, right? It's gonna help you get into the flow so much faster. It's gonna help you already started off very, very well. You won't have a lot of friction. You will simply be able to get into it. For example, like when you're working, right? When you have some deep working session, have a timer set up. For example, like you set a 60-minute timer. You put it in front of yourself. You you also set some intense music. For example, what I do sometimes is interstellar music. I mean, I don't often do this, but interstellar music, and is the countdown is ticking. It feels intense, and I see the timer going off too, and it just gets me like to like really, really put out a good amount of work. So that's something that I have as a habit, as a ritual, for example, for my working routine. So find something that works for you as well. It can be also for fitness. It can also be for working out, right? You can listen always to, let's say, the same song before starting your workout. And It will literally just become something that your mind associates like routinely. It will say, okay, is this music? We're getting our body fired up because I know that we're gonna need this going, because every time I hear this music, we are going through, let's say, intense physical outputs, right? So get something that would help you, that would get you fired up, get you motivated, and then always do that same thing whilst you're doing that habit that you're using it for. So this is mainly it. This is mainly the main things, and like my main advice to you is just simply go into things with a positive mental attitude. Like, don't try to say that, okay, it's gonna suck. I have to push through these things. Like, I'm gonna absolutely hate it, but I'm a man. I have to do it nonetheless. There will be periods of time where you'll have to push through, just because life is going to be throwing things at you. Perhaps it's not going to be going the way you want it to. Perhaps your business isn't going to be doing well. Perhaps your family isn't going to be doing well. And it's just going to be those demons inside of you where it's going to be hard to keep a positive mental attitude. And of course, for those moments, you need to be ready. But when you actually have the perfect conditions, when you're actually living well, why should you make it harder for yourself than it is? Why should you make this suffering artificial and put it onto yourself? Why not just go into things with a positive mental attitude? Why not just associate these hard things with something positive instead of something depressing, something sad, something painful? Why not just make yourself enjoy them? Time will go by faster. You'll actually enjoy doing these things. You'll get more done, and whenever you look back to the things that you've achieved, or to those working sessions, let's say 6 months, 1 year in advance, like you will see, like you will feel nostalgic about them, right? Like you will feel like, damn, like those times were so good. Whenever you will listen then to that song, or you will do that thing, or that ritual, you will instantly get brought back to these past moments that felt so good. So yeah, this is basically my main advice: is have a positive mental attitude. Get yourself hyped up, have a routine, have a ritual, and work will become way more easier and enjoyable. Hope this helps. God bless you.